kidding me?
Last week on SmackDown Live, Charlotte Flair picked up the SmackDown Live Women's Championship in a surprise match against Asuka to become an 8-time Women's Champion, right before WrestleMania 35. This provided an obvious major twist to proceedings, as the main event of WrestleMania 35 was expected to be a triple threat for Ronda Rousey's Raw Women's Championship between Flair and Becky Lynch. However, this week's Monday Night Raw kicked off with Stephanie McMahon addressing the situation and making a huge announcement in regards to the WrestleMania 35 main event, as she revealed that it will be a winner-takes-all match. This means that whichever woman manages to get the victory this weekend will work away as not only the Raw Women's Champion, but also the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, which will be a historic moment to bring an end to the show. But what were the real reasons that WWE added this stipulation, stacking the odds against Becky Lynch? One of the most obvious reasons that WWE has decided to have the match be a winner-takes-all is that it stacks the odds against the fan favorite Becky Lynch even further, as she's the only one who will walk in without a championship. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair both have something to lose in this match, and therefore there's a good chance that they'll team up within the match, stacking the odds against the man even more. Having the added storyline of Charlotte Flair not being a champion as well also makes the Queen look stronger heading into the event, making the entire thing less predictable. To make history, WWE has made the decision to have the women headline WrestleMania for the first time in what will be a historic match, and the company hasn't been shy about promoting the fact, which is a good thing. The women's evolution has truly smashed through the glass ceiling, as the final hurdle for them is overcome as this barrier is broken down. But WWE clearly wants to push it even further, adding this massive stipulation as well. This will mark the first time in history that someone has held both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship, and therefore just guaranteeing that the match will be remembered forever, lowering the match card. WrestleMania 35 is set to be an incredibly long night, with the show possibly running as long as 7 hours. However, WWE has made a conscious effort to actually cut down the match card in order to make the show a little shorter than originally planned. One way WWE did this was taking the SmackDown Live Women's Championship away from Asuka, adding her to the Women's Battle Royale, which will take place on the show, instead of the rumored one-on-one match with Mandy Rose that was set to happen. While it's a real shame for Asuka, who certainly does deserve a better spot on the WrestleMania card, shortening what is already going to be a very long night isn't necessarily a bad thing for future storylines. While 90% of everything that WWE does on the road to WrestleMania is focused on the grandest stage of them all, sometimes WWE does make decisions on the show with the long-term future in mind, and this could be one of them. With the superstar shakeup set to take place very soon after Mania, having both titles on one woman will make them the #1 target for both brands, which is going to be a very fun storyline that WWE can play on the build to the show, as well as that WWE can possibly have the winner be involved in 2 storylines at the same time, potentially splitting the championship again to make sure both brands have a champion to promote the show. Another of the reasons WWE has added the stipulation is simply to help with the promotion of the show. Not that WrestleMania really needs any help, but having a major stipulation like this is never going to hurt. WWE will be able to play up on the fact it's a winner takes all for the next week now, and the company will be hoping that the media interest will help carry the message out to those who are still unsure if they'll be watching on the night. For Becky Lynch's crowning moment. Finally, the main reason why WWE is having whoever wins the match become a dual champion is to give Becky Lynch a standout moment to close the show, one which will no doubt be full of fireworks and confetti. This will likely be similar to the way that WrestleMania 30 ended with Daniel Bryan standing tall. After all, Lynch has been the #1 star in the company for months now, and there's no better way to cap that off than with her standing with both titles above her head. Lynch has been the glue holding the entire thing together, having feuded with both women throughout the entire storyline, and therefore it just makes sense for the show to end with her as a winner. What do you make of the WrestleMania 35 main event now being a winner-takes-all match for both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championships? Let us know in the comment section below.